Welcome to an online course about opera. I presume you're here because you already love opera and want to love it some more, or that you're somebody who wants to know what the fuss is all about and find out whether you too like opera. We hope to be able to be interesting to both groups. Welcome to all of you. What we're going to do here is think about what it was like to be present at the first performances of 5 operas. Operas that are now very, very famous and have been performed many, many times. But we're going to think about what it was like to be there the very first time it was performed, when nobody had ever heard it and nobody knew whether it was going to be a success or a flop. When you do that, there's a certain excitement in the air that there isn't when you know what the piece is going to be like, how long it's going to last, and whether you're going to like it in advance because you've heard it 20 or 30 times before. Much of the information I've cribbed out of this book, but since I wrote the book, it probably is okay. I recommend it to you. It's called First Nights at the Opera, which is our subject here. There are lots of ways of dividing the world into 2 groups, but one of the ways of dividing the world into 2 groups is people who think opera is great and people who think opera is the stupidest thing they've ever heard of. Consider the people who think that opera consists of a whole lot of very, very large people singing very, very loud for a very, very long time. They think it's silly and they don't go, and that's fine. They're probably not watching this. But it's also true that there's something about it that's fascinating. What it really is you go into a theater and you say to yourself, I get it. Those people in that little box up there, when they're singing to each other, I'm to understand that that's talking. In their world, they're talking. That's cool. I get music and drama at the same time. I think I'll stay and see what happens. Or on the other hand, you say, that's the dumbest thing I've ever seen, and you leave. And if you think that, you're probably not watching even till this point in the course. Those of you that are still here, let's think about what opera really is. And that's the plus is also what those people thought was the negative. That is, that people are singing and talking at the same time. That you get the advantages of drama, and I think we all love drama, whether it's in movies or in novels or in stage plays. We like the interaction of human emotions and actions and things that press us forward. In the theater, you can only see what people do and you can only hear what they say. But in the opera, they can speak and sing, and an orchestra plays and they speak about their emotions. You can also feel what they feel. And you can hear beautiful music that expresses what they feel. And that's why we go to the opera, is that combination of things. The opera is, of course, it's conventional. Like so many things are conventional. Sitcoms are conventional. Detective stories are conventional. I mean, nobody gets 12 suspects together in the study in the last chapter of the book in real life, but it happens in the detective story because that's the way we like it. We like conventions because they allow us to concentrate on what we want to concentrate on. Opera is conventional. We don't actually mostly sing when we go about our business, and we don't actually have an orchestra playing all the time while we go about our business. So the reason for adding those things to the drama, I think, is to enhance, to allow several arts to coexist in real time at the same time. That's what we like about it. We like it, and people have liked it for a long time. Lord Chesterfield, the famous arbiter of manners in the 18th century, wrote this in a letter to his son. I don't know whether he's praising the opera or thinking it's stupid. He said in 1752, as for operas, they are essentially too absurd and extravagant to mention. I look upon them as a magic scene contrived to please the eyes and ears at the expense of the understanding. Whenever I go to an opera, I leave my sense and reason at the door with my half-guinea, and I deliver myself up to my eyes and my ears. Well, what's wrong with that? Give yourself up to eyes and ears. That's why I go to the opera, is to see what the people have to say, to listen to them, to hear them feel emotions. I love it, and I hope you will too.